Yeah, so Tim, I was just hoping you could tell me a little bit about how you got into geocaching and how good it is to do around in Lake County.
Well, when I got started in 2012 in June, a guy from my church, his name is Neil, took me to 3 geocache locations out in Madison because we were going golfing that day. So then dinner rolled around, and he took me across the street, said there was one over there, and decided the two of us would look for it. We looked for it, and I actually beat the veteran. I found it first. So and that was right then and there. I'm like, you know what? I could go everywhere with this and see what happens. As for Lake County, my girlfriend lives in Madison. I go to school in Kirtland. I live in Paynesville. I can get to pretty much all Lake County for one of those 3 locations I'm at on a regular basis. In fact, tonight we're going down to 91 for a geocaching event called Sitting Around Talking Cache. I'll be sitting around talking about how I was interviewed today along with Zach. Anyway.
Perfect. And what are the craziest things you've found on a cache?
In Lake County?
Sure.
Okay. I'll talk about the craziest container first. Okay. The craziest container I ever found was over on 91, down toward 91, close to Gollybrook Park. You know where Gollybrook Park is? Yeah. If you go down the road from there, there's an old Boy Scout house that was called the Grange House or something like that. And behind there, I'm not really supposed to give details on geocaches, but I'm thinking the cache owner won't mind. The cache was hanging way up in a tree, and you had to take the rope. There was rope on one tree, and the cache was over here. You had to take the rope and unwind the rope so you could get to the cache. Then you had to wind it all the way back up.
Okay. So that's interesting.
That was easily the craziest one I found. The craziest things I found inside a cache, I found cigarettes. You're not supposed to put cigarettes or soap, which I found, or candy. And what I've heard about, but I haven't found yet, are bullets.
Oh, no.
Yeah, somebody's found bullets in caches.
That's a no-no?
That's a big no-no.
Okay.
You don't want to have any weapons, anything that... Because if you open up your cache and it's infested with ants, yeah, chances are no one's going to come there after that.
So what would you tell someone who's never been before and might be a little bit leery of the idea?
Never been geocaching?
Sure.
All right. What I would tell them is you never know until you try. When you go out there, you go have fun. I've gone to Florida and to geocache. I've gone to New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and I'm adding Indiana and Michigan this summer. If you like the thrill of adventure, you got to at least give it a try. I'll talk about the Greenway Corridor in Lake County. There are 20 geocaches just on the Greenway Corridor in Lake County. Now, those of you who might say, you know what, I probably don't want to cache near a mall, there's too crowded, the parks do it. Lake Metro Parks has them. I do believe Madison Township Parks has a couple. I have a couple hidden there on my own accord, so I can say for sure there's some there. I know there will be parks have them. Wycliffe Parks, at least one does. So it's all over the place, and even the libraries do.
Oh, okay.
The libraries, there's at least 3 library caches. No, take that back. 2 library caches in Lake County. There's one in Geauga.
Cool.
But that's beside the point.
Yeah, that sounds good. And so then you also bring it to the airwaves as well? And
yeah.
Bring it up.
When I have a tendency to go off on tangents, especially when a park district comes in here, is when we're getting down to the nitty-gritty end of the interview. Okay, we don't know what we're going to talk about. Let's talk about how many geocaches you guys are heading this year. Let's talk about how we go about doing geocaching in the park.
And have you gotten people through that to be interested and ask you to try it out?
I've had a couple people that have come up and asked me if they could go with me sometime, just from the radio station. We're looking, and this is actually kind of a breaking news story, we're looking at starting a geocachers club at Lakeland.
Okay.
And
you heard it here first.
Yeah, you heard it today first. I mean, I haven't really talked about it yet. We don't have our formal constitution drafted. I know who our advisor will be, but that's beside the point right now. So once all that's set up and going, it'll probably be the fall before it starts, but that's okay. Cool. So that's where we're at right now.
Awesome. Well, will you take me out and show me one of the caches on campus?
There's only one cache left on campus, but yeah, I can show you real quick.
All right, thanks.
All right. Now, that went for about 5 minutes. That good?
Perfect.
All right. See y'all Thursday morning, 10 o'clock.
Thanks, guys.
You're listening to Lake Effect Radio, the official radio station of Lakeland Community College in Kirtland, Ohio. Had to give you the plug.